say to me in Bowers Game Corner?
Hi there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another How to Play video, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Not Your Ma Jong from Hasbro. This is for 3 to 4 players, ages 13 plus. And the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that every player has 10 of these tokens like so, and a double-sided player reference card. Then the oldest player is going to get this Ma card right here, put it in front of them. They're going to shuffle up all the cards, and they're going to make sure to deal out 10 cards to every player in the game. So right now, I have a 3-player game set up. But the Ma player is actually going to have 1 additional card, as you can see. So they're actually going to start with 11. You can look at all the cards in your hand, but keep them secret. So whoever is Ma is always going to start the round, and then play is going to move counterclockwise to the right. Now, the first thing Ma is going to do on their hand is they're going to look at their hand of cards, and they are going to discard one of their cards to the top of the discard pile. Be sure to always announce the card you discard. This ends their turn, then it goes to the right, and now it's the next player's turn. They're going to draw the top face-down card from the pile, which means they will now have 11 cards in their hand, and then they're going to discard 1 card into the discard pile, just like so. And then we'll move to the next player on the right. So players are just going to take turns drawing a card and then discarding a card until someone has won the round. Now, how you're going to win the round, and it's listed on the back of your player reference card, is to have 3 sets of 3 cards plus 1 pair. That's a grand total of 11 cards. So what does that actually mean? Well, we'll talk about a set first. A set means you're going to have either identical cards, like these 3 green 6s, or these 3 red 2s, or these 3 winner cards, or they're going to be numbers in a row. So for instance, green 3, 4, 5, or red 1, 2, 3, blue 2, 3, 4. Any of those would work. So you're going to have 3 of those sets, but you're also going to have 1 pair, and this is just 2 identical cards. They have to be the exact same. But as soon as someone has that, the round will be over. Now, before we get into how scoring works, I want to talk about the last major aspect that I haven't talked about, which is, in this game, you're going to be able to steal cards from the discard pile when people discard them. So how this works is anyone at the table can steal the most recently played discard, as long as after it's discarded, they yell steal, and that happens before the next player draws their card. But as soon as that player yells steal, they're going to take the top card from the discard pile. Now, a few rules on this. You can only do this if this card is going to help you complete a set, which once again you need to complete 3 of, or if the card you're stealing is the last card that's going to help you win the round. So typically you can't steal a card from here and have that be your pair unless that is the last card you need and you've won the round. Now, if it's the last card you need to win the round, you can just reveal all your cards and you can move on to the scoring, which we'll talk about in a minute. However, if the card you're stealing from the center is part of a set, you take it in your hand and then you put all 3 of those cards down in front of you immediately. These cards can't be messed with the remainder of the round. You're then going to discard 1 card from your hand, and then the next player in order is going to take their turn, which means when people steal cards from the discard pile, there is a possibility that people will have their turn skipped. Now, if more than 1 person yells steal when a card is discarded, if someone is about to win the round, they get to take the card first. Otherwise, whoever said steal first gets to steal the card, and if 2 people can win the round with the same card, whoever said it first gets it. And be careful, if you ever accidentally yell steal and you can't make a set or win the round, well then you're going to have your next turn skipped and play continues as normal. Now, eventually what's going to happen, though, the round is going to over. Someone has revealed all their cards. They have 3 sets of 3 and 1 pair. Good for them, because they are going to win tokens from the losing players of this round. This is all clearly explained on your winning a round card right here. But how it works is whoever is the person who wins the round and goes out is going to collect tokens from the losers. Now, if you happen to end the round the old-fashioned way by drawing the top card from the deck that you happen to need, aka drawing, people are going to pay you more tokens than if you end the round by stealing the card from the center. Now, if you happen to be the Ma player, you are going to have to pay more or receive more depending on how your round went. So for instance, if a normal player ends the round by drawing the top card from the deck, everyone is going to have to pay them 2 tokens. However, if the Ma player for this round happens to draw the last card from the deck they need, everyone is going to have to pay them 4 tokens. However, if the Ma doesn't win the round, they're going to end up paying double the tokens, which once again, on this awesome card. Now, if one player ever loses all their tokens, the game will immediately be over. Also, if you're playing a 3-player game and you happen to finish 9 rounds, or if you're playing a 4-player game and you happen to finish 8 rounds, that will also end the game as well. But once one of those endgame conditions has happened, the player with the most tokens in front of them will win the game. If there happens to be a tie, a special tiebreaker round will be played between the the players who are tied, and whoever wins that will be the winner of Not Your Ma Jong. But if this helped you out, consider giving it a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing down below as I teach new games all the time. But go have some fun, and thanks for your time, YouTube. This video is brought to you by all of my amazing Patreon supporters, and I would love it if you would join their ranks and have your name immortalized in the end of many of my videos for the end of time. But consider for only $1 a month, and as always, thanks for stopping by.